Erizoba ebirugire omu bigezo ebyakozirwe abeegi ab'ekibiina Kyamushanju omu mwaka gw'2025 nibwo byashohozebwa kandi byaba bikurirwe ori minisita w'ebyobwegyese n'emizaano Janet Kataha Museveni. Aha mukoro ogu ori Executive Director owa Uganda National Examinations Board yagira ngu abeegi bakozire kurungi ngu abo bari hagati 11 hamwe na 30.
This curve is indicating that most of our candidates are passing between aggregate 11 and 30. The pass levels with the mode, most of the candidates, the model, if you plot the mode of that graph, it's at about 22. That is where you have the highest number of candidates. Aggregate 4 this year is extremely low, occasioned mainly by the performance in social studies.
Yayongera yagira ngu okora kwabona nikoreka ngu home grade yo kubanza na division 1 arimo abeegi abakwingana emitwaro 9,109 aba nibo basikora division yo kubanza.
Table 5 shows that the overall performance of candidates by divisional grades in 2025, and we are comparing with performance in 2024. The first column shows the number of candidates that have passed in Division 1. As the chairperson said, we have more candidates this year passing with first grade. That is 91,990 or 11.39%.
Aba bayoreka okwataho ahabo kushanga ngu hari abantu abari kugenda bakakora ebizamu batyo bakatandika kubiguza bakama b'amashomero bari kubagira ngo ebyo nibyo ineberi kuzakubuza.
Examiners have also pointed out the very negative impact of papers developed and circulated to schools by certain so-called examination bureaus just before the examination. These bureaus make their papers to mimic the way UNEB exam papers look like, including the instructions given, the layout of the rubric page, and they sell this to schools, making schools believe that these and others that they sell are what UNEB is likely going to examine.
Omukugamba kwe Minister w'ebyobwegyese n'emizaano Janet Kataha Museveni yayoreko kwatwaho ahabo kweyongera okomuze ogw'abashomesa abari kwanga kuza omu bibiina kushomesa ari kugira ngweki nico kiri kurugiriraho n'abaana obutakora kurungi. Oguyayongera yagamba n'ahanshonga ey'abantu abari kutibwaho okubasa kureberera ebizamu batyo bakekobana n'abandi bakatandika kwenda ngo babase okwibira beegi.
However, I also want you to convey my displeasure at some unprofessional practices in the administration of examinations and within the teaching profession. According to UNEB, such practices take place leading to examination malpractice, the common forms of examination malpractice being: 1. Posting specific invigilators to examination centers as demanded by school directors.
Ogu yagira ngo n'ekintu cyo kushwazana okushanga ngo hariho ori kurira ebyo kurambura amashomero omu district obwa hatori omu Chome ahabo kushanga ngo natekatekwaho okuba yayijumbire omu kwiwe bigezo.
Among the suspects remanded by the courts that we heard about today is a district inspector of schools. Isn't that unbelievable?
Minister yagaruka yarabura icyo kwereka ebyabeegi bakozire omu mikutu etari emwe n'emwe ari kugira ngo nikiretera abana bamwe obuteyikiririzamu ahamwe na no kubateka pressure etine mugasho.
UNEB was informed by the Personal Data Protection Unit or Office that publicly disclosing the names, photographs, and individual grades of learners on boards or other publicly accessible platforms, such as media platforms, exposes learners to harassment, stigma, and emotional distress. This, therefore, is to remind all media houses, media practitioners, school managers, and UNEB that the data protection and Privacy Act, CAP 97, prohibits the publication of personal data of children.
Umuyayongera yayishoborora ngu okutorana abeegi abokuza musiniya yo kubanza nikuza kubaho hagati ya 2012 na 2013 byokwezi kwa kabiri omwaka ogu. Rero nabwanyuma abeegi nibija kuhumuruka ahabwa siniya yo kubanza ebiro bibiri ebyokwezi kwa kashatu.
I'd like to inform the public and the school managers that the selection exercise for Senior 1 will take place on the 12th and 13th of February 2026. The Ministry of Education and Sports will communicate further details regarding this exercise. The first term for the Senior 1 cohort of 2026 starts on Monday, the 2nd March 2026.
Makuru aga gasha kwa Ivan Nyesiga ahabwa Tayari West.